There are various factors to be considered to ensure successful corn production. But choosing the right variety is one of the greatest influences to its success. This video aims to explain the different characteristics of each corn variety and discuss the steps in producing your own variety. Before we go into the details, let us first differentiate some of the key terminologies that you will be hearing often when talking about choosing the right variety. These are variety, open pollinated variety, and hybrid variety. Variety is a group of plants belonging to the same species which has distinct characteristics from the other groups in the same species. On the other hand, open pollinated variety is produced from random natural crosses between individuals within a selected population of a species. For example, you may choose the time of flowering, height of plant, resistance against diseases, and other factors that you think are important to guarantee high yield. Because of open pollination, there are similarities among the open pollinated varieties. But as a whole, they also have different characteristics. Some examples are their number of days to flower, plant height, and reaction to diseases. What then is hybrid variety? Hybrid is a variety arising from the controlled crossing of two or more inbreds. Single cross is a hybrid produced from crossing two inbreds. Three-way crossbred is a product obtained from crossing one inbred and an F1 of a single crossbred, while double crossbred is a hybrid derived from crossing two single crossbred. You might be wondering what inbred is. Inbred is produced by selfing the progenies from a selected plant from a population. Selfing is done by putting the pollen from the tassel of the male flower of the plant to the silk or female part of the same plant. In general, the seeds produced from the crossing of inbred is lower in comparison to the seed produced from open varieties. Hence, the price of hybrid seed is more expensive. We all know that the success of the production of corn is based on choosing the right variety suited to a particular area. Hybrid corn usually gives higher yield than the open pollinated variety. However, because hybrid is more expensive, open pollinated variety is often used. The most effective way for you to decide what variety to grow is to plant them side by side and choose which one is better. If you choose the hybrid variety, you will have no problem purchasing it because it is readily available. There are producers of hybrid variety. Your only problem is the money you will use to buy the planting material that you need. Examples of hybrid varieties that you can use are IPB 911, IPB 929, and IPB 2006. If you choose the open pollinated variety, you can produce your own planting material. It's very simple. Here are some of the steps for you to follow when producing your own planting materials. First, you should select 200 to 500 large and good-looking corn ears during harvest season. Examples of open pollinated varieties that you can use are IPB var 1, IPB var 4, LB Lagkitan, and Improved Makapuno. Peel the husk and collect the corn kernels and keep it as planting material. Plant these seeds and during the time of flowering, remove the tassel or male flower from 3 straight rows of the corn farm. Do not touch the other rows. During the harvest season, the yield from the detasseled plants should be separated from the other produce. From this separated harvest, select the cobs which have similar characteristics as the original variety. Use the seeds from the selected cobs for planting season. You can also choose a variety that you prefer and at the same time improve the quality of your planting materials. It is also important to remember that the number of corn ears to be chosen must be more than the needed planting materials. If you want to produce 1 kilo of planting material, you must have 10 to 15 corn ears, depending on how big those ears are. In 1 hectare, you may need approximately 20 kilos of planting material. Before you develop your own corn variety, you should first think about which 2 varieties you intend to improve based on their characteristics. For example, you choose 1 variety with big ear and another one resistant against diseases. If you have already chosen the varieties that you like, secure 100 ears of each variety. Make sure that they were kept separately. Assign which will be the female and the male variety. More often, the variety assigned to be female is the one which produces higher yield. You should plant the 2 varieties in alternate rows. When the tassel of the female variety comes out, remove it before the pollen falls out. Do this every day until all the tassels of the female variety are removed. Do not remove the tassel of the male variety. Harvest the ears of the female variety when it is already matured. Select uniform, large, and undamaged ears from the harvested ears. Use the selected ears for the next planting. From emergence to pre-flowering, remove all off-type plants. Removing these off-types will have no effect if they are removed after the pollination period. This is because it may have already pollinated other plants. During harvest, select only the ears from plants with desirable characteristics, like those with large cob, good husk cover, and has good quality of grains. Choose at least 200 corn ears. Keep this properly. If possible, do not remove the husk completely. Dry and hang these unhusked ears in safe areas wherein it will not get wet or be eaten by rats. Repeat the process until you obtain the variety that you intend to develop.
During the process of selection, you should not aim for selecting the uniform ears in the population. Try to include also other ears which doesn't conform with the ears within the population. The idea here is in order for you to include the variability within the population.
Now you know how to choose the right variety for your cornfield, as well as how to do varietal maintenance. You have also learned how to produce your own corn variety. Putting this knowledge to practice will help ensure a successful corn production for you.